Hello all you people out there in TV land. My name is CB Studios, also known as Kurt, and today we're doing a comparison and having a look at both versions of the Fun World DEVILFACE Ghostface masks. Now these mask designs have been around for a while, and as you can see there are two different versions in front of us. We have on the right, we have a 2017 mask, April to June 2017, if you want to be specific. And then on the left, we've got the newly released 2021, which is an April to June 2021. Now, big difference you'll see with these guys is the original release is built like a classic Ghostface mask with your nylon shroud. The newer version has a PVC shroud or a pleather shroud. In a dwarf style hood based off its look in Dead by Daylight. One of the things you'll also see when I go like this, if we can see that, we'll zoom up in a little bit. Yay, it's Dead by Daylight tagged as well. I bought this newer one just as I had the opportunity to, and I really like the leatherette style hoods, this pleather style hood. And I do own the original DEVILFACE, and I have since they were brought out. I figured it'd be a nice complement to my collection. And I saw some interesting differences between these masks. Side by side, you can see the color of the face is ever so slightly different on the new one. It's darker and it's glossier. It's much glossier on the new mask. The old mask is, I'd say, a satin finish, and it's a little bit of a brighter red. The horns match the color of the mask on the original release much better than they do on the Dead by Daylight version. The Dead by Daylight has almost a very fine textured finish, and they're a slightly different color of red. They do look like a different plastic, and I have considered trying to paint them with a matching paint. I probably won't, I'll leave them be. The mold of face is identical. As far as I can tell, it is exactly the same mold of face. And construction of the masks, they're both a hard PVC plastic. Not the vinyl ones that you'd like for a classic Ghostface mask. One of the interesting things to note, and I didn't notice until I had them side by side, is the eye mesh in the original release is much darker and much more opaque than the newer eye mesh. I can see the mannequin head through. This hood is really nice. This pleather, when it arrived, stunk. It had a very noxious odor, just because it is built out of cheap pleather. It gives a nice finish though. It's got its nice little blood drop at the back here. And we do have a small square of Velcro that closes them together, so that holds your hood closed. Really nice thing about both of these masks is they've got a little square of foam in the top of the forehead, and we have an elastic strap that goes the whole way around the head, holds the face mask in place. Makes them quite comfortable to wear. One final thing to note on these ones is, on these original masks, down to about here, the shroud is actually stitched on through the top of the mask, and then you've got a single stitch behind the chin. The undersides of the face here are not attached. This one, it is attached the whole way around the face. It is glued in place, and mine actually has some fairly gnarly glue lines. You can see it is just hot glue down through the edges there, and a nice big glue stain right there. Pretty interesting to see that they've gone for that method. They have also done that method for the new Patriotic Ghostface mask, which we'll take a look at in a later video, as they are the same basic mold as these ones, and the 2017 white hard plastic Ghostface masks as well. Yeah, it's just very interesting to see a shroud glued onto a Ghostface mask and not stitched. Other than that, there's not a whole lot more to talk about. They're brilliant masks. If you have the opportunity to grab one, I do love the glossy finish on these new ones. Absolutely worth a look. But I'll give you a closer look at it, and I'm going to throw it on for some worn shots of the new one, and you can have a look and see how that one goes. I may also put the classic one on with my Ghostface robe, just to give you a nice little treat. That's all from me, guys. Enjoy the final shots. If you've got any questions or opinions about the Dead by Daylight DEVILFACE or the classic release of DEVILFACE, drop me a comment down below. I'd love to hear it.